If you thought flying commercial was the most miserable experience in your life, boy, do I have some news for you. Standing airplane seats, which can increase passenger capacity by 20%, may be unveiled in 2026, according to the Daily Mail.
Enough space for a premium that at that point can be added. And on the rear, you can have these seats, Skyrider 2.0, allowing you to have.
Look at that legroom. Look, even in the video where they're trying to sell it to the public, this fucking guy is struggling. I thought that standing room seats would be bad if they weren't actually just shittier seats that they were trying to sell as standing room. I didn't think that I would actually prefer standing room to the seats that they're trying to pass off as standing room.
Of course, instead of a full eco low-cost carrier, 3 classes.
So I guess this guy is part of the company who's manufacturing the seat, and look at him. He's a total fucking ghoul. Like, this guy should not be here having like wearing a suit and tie and having a normal interview. He's a fucking ghoul. He should be treated exactly like those people that get caught in Walmart trying to meet a 14-year-old boy. That's the only scenario where a guy like this should be on camera, if he's treated in the exact same way as that.
Low-cost carrier.
And what has the interest from the airline companies been for Skyrider V 2.0?
The next step will be to have a full aircraft equipped with the seats. So at that point, you are able to increase a lot the number of passengers, and this means much more revenues for the airlines.
Oh, God forbid. Oh, thank God the airlines are getting more revenue. How are we going to survive? They weren't making enough revenue. Charging you a car payment for a fucking water bottle. Kicking you off the flight because they overbooked it. Charging you an arm and a leg extra to bring your shit with you to your destination. Which, I don't know, call me old-fashioned, I think should be included. And now, the new idea is basically, fuck them, let's stack them in the back like pallets.
So it's understandable why they interested,
So a success story, 10 years in the making, maybe?
Yeah. We spent all this time, but was time well spent. Imagine that you can, at this point, keep a full aircraft for 40-45 minutes trip is like a bus,
I mean, it's fitting that the face of these seats is literally a guy who could be cast as, like, the main villain in a fucking Die Hard film. But we already know that flying right now, as is already one of the most dehumanizing experiences you can imagine. And I fly a lot. You get run through medical detectors. You got to take your shoes off. You get fucking screamed at by the TSA agents. Sometimes they have to pat you down and do that thing with the back of their hand where they, spinning back fist your balls. I mean, it's almost like they're trying to see, like, there's a game behind the scenes where they're trying to see how much they can get away with before people are like, just turn around and be like, listen, we're done, dude. Like, you're not getting away with this shit. But you know what the problem is with this is, as soon as they integrate these into their flights, the major airlines, people are going to buy them because people are cheap fucks. And everybody's like, oh, it's going to be even cheaper. That's going to be their sell to everybody. It's going to be cheaper. More people will have access to flying. If you cannot afford $70 a fucking coach seat on Spirit as is, how do you expect to fucking get off the plane and eat anything at your destination? If that's your budget, then maybe you shouldn't fly. Maybe you should stay right where you are and fucking work and save your money. It's so funny because the American people will boycott products. But never because of the product. They'll boycott it, for noble reasons over war or what the perceived genocides, or, they put a fucking gay guy on a can of beer. They'll do all that, but nobody ever boycotts because of the product. Like, nobody ever says, oh no, I'm boycotting you because your product is shitty. It's like, no, they're going to incentivize these seats until they become commonplace, and then it'll just be another thing we'll have to accept from them. And now, by integrating these seats into the airlines, into the planes, into your flights, They will now be able to upsell seats, regular shitty coach seats right now where you're packed in like fucking sardines, as premium. So they will charge more for that and just charge what they charge now for coach for these standing room seats to fit more people. And forget about first class. You're gonna have to be a Saudi prince to fly fucking first class after this. See, like, that's why, like, I understand antitrust laws, like, oh, monopolies. It's like, it doesn't matter. In industries, especially like the airline industries, all these people, all the owners of these large airlines, they run in the same circles anyway. So antitrust laws don't protect you. They coordinate what they charge people. Point blank, period. That's just how it is. It's like the gas companies. A monopoly doesn't mean just one company. You can have a monopoly with 8 companies if the 8 companies are working in tandem to rip off the consumer. And that's exactly what's happening in the airline industry. So if you guys want to get your fucking balls touched and ran through metal detectors and screamed at by fucking TSA agents and then be stuffed into the back of the plane like fucking cattle, then you got something to look forward to. But I really think people should just start boycotting this shit. The only reason it's not here yet is because the airplanes at this point, it's not because, oh, well, you know, I don't know if we can sell the tickets. They know they can sell the tickets because people are going to buy these tickets. It's the airlines, the airplanes that they currently have in stock are not high enough to accommodate these seats. The airlines are, the interior of the aircrafts are all fitted for regular coach and first class seats. They don't have the mechanism to have a stand-up seat in there. But don't worry about it because eventually they will. Unfucking believable. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video. It helps me tremendously in the algorithm. And if you could subscribe, that would be fantastic.